Our nation's military holds a special place in the heart of some of our country's most recognizable faces. Celebrities such as Mark Wahlberg and George Strait are just a handful of celebrities who have long been supportive of our troops. On his Cowboy Rides Away tour, George Strait partnered with the Military Warrior Support Foundation to give away a home at AT&T Stadium. Needless to say, the experience was something that will stay with each of them for a lifetime. Legendary rock bands Def Leppard and Kiss are also proud supporters of our military. For drummer Rick Allen, seeing wounded heroes receive the recognition and honor they deserve is a special time that fans across the country have welcomed with open arms.
It just blows us away every single night because, you know, people are aware of it and they want to support it. It's just us giving an example of how we can all help.
It makes me feel awesome, like somebody actually cares about him enough to do something like that for him. It was just hard being away from him for so long, and that he never got the recognition because he got hurt when he come home like everybody else did. They got cheers, but when he came home, there was nobody really there.
Look, we live in what we believe is the greatest country on earth, and nobody chooses to be born here. And sometimes what we forget is the liberty and the freedom that we enjoy every day. We take for granted, but there are people who go overseas, who enlist, who voluntarily go to protect this country and the freedom that we all enjoy. Nobody says they have to. They risk life, they risk limb, and when they return, it's up to us to treat them like the heroes they are. Anything we can do. When you reach into your pocket, make sure you don't give till it hurts. Give till it feels good.
While many celebrities have generously given their time to our troops, one veteran has created a unique way to honor our veterans that must be seen to be believed. Sergeant Zachary Fisher, Private First Class Nathaniel Garvin. These are just a couple of names that you likely have never heard before. But this Afghan war veteran is attempting to change that. Meet Ron White. Ron travels the country year-round to various events to pay homage to his fallen brothers. Sure, he's writing names on a wall, but it goes much deeper than that. You see, he writes the name of every fallen soldier from the Afghan war from memory, all 2,200 of them. He possesses an amazing memory and uses his talent to honor his fellow soldiers and inspire those who stop long enough to find out what he's doing.
I just started wondering what the Afghanistan Memorial was going to look like. You know, you have Vietnam and World War II, and I'm also a two-time USA memory champion. I used to hold the record for the fastest to memorize a deck of cards. So as I was thinking about the memorial, you know, I started thinking, how long would it take me to memorize the Vietnam Wall? And then that's when it kind of all came together, and I thought, why should I memorize the Vietnam Wall? I'll memorize Afghanistan. That's where I was at. It took me 10 months to memorize. It's 2,300 names. It's 7,000 words. And as I was memorizing it, people would say, what are you doing? And I would tell them, and they say, well, what are you going to do? I'm like, I'm going to write it out from memory. And everybody would be like a confused look on their face, and they, where are you going to do it? I said, I don't know. And I didn't know. But I went ahead and had the wall built, and then I just started doing it.
And just like that, his Afghan memorial wall was born. But Ron's memorial is different from those that you'll see in our nation's capital. His wall travels with him from city to city, and each time he sets it up, he once again writes down all the names of those who have fallen in the Afghan war.
His wall is just a tribute, you know, to say that you're not forgotten. I think we always say you're not forgotten, and we mean it, but it's more as a group they're not forgotten. I wanted to show that Lance Corporal William Krause, Lance Corporal Kenneth Corzine, Sergeant Garrett Meisner, each and every one was an individual person. Although
Ron did not know the individuals personally, he has a certain connection to them that few people would understand.
When some of them died around me, I knew who they were, but I knew their names. I didn't know them, but you know, I feel like I know them all now.
Long hours and tedious work are the norm, but when Ron sees the response, it's all worth it.
Well, it is. It's why I do it. You know, just the response I get from the people and the moms and dads who say thanks for keeping our family members' name alive. There's men and women crying at the wall saying thank you for remembering my friend's name, thanks for remembering my cousin's name. that's just like the motivation that keeps it going, and that's why I do it.
Ron White, keeping those who have fallen alive so they may never be forgotten. Stay with us. When we return, we'll hear how our veterans have forged a bond on the battlefield that will last for a lifetime. When Chevrolet Everyday Heroes Come Home continues.